Hi, good morning, and good morning, kings and queens. Just good morning, good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today's message I wanted to talk about was how to deconstruct racism and just doing your part. You know, right now, people are doing the rioting, the protesting, looting, and all of that. And again, when people ask me like how I feel about it, I don't care. I mean, I feel like it's time, so whatever. However, if you are one of those people who feel like you want to do your part and you want to be a part of the change, however, you don't want to protest, you don't want to go out looting and all of that, the biggest thing that you can do is stop racism and those type of comments in their tracks. It is not okay for anybody who is white or of any other nationality, or black for that matter, to make you feel uncomfortable or a certain type of way. I'm going to use an example as to when I went to Macy's one day. This was a couple of years ago. I got many examples, but I'm just going to use this example. I went to Macy's a couple of years ago, and you know how Macy has like the double cashiers, and they're kind of standing back to back from each other. So I'm in line. There's a older white woman in front of me checking out, and the cashier was a white woman as well. So I'm watching the transaction, and normal transaction. I get to the cashier. I'm paying with cash, which I normally never pay with cash, right? So I hand her in her damn hand the cash, and she puts my cash on the counter. So my husband's with me. I turn and look at him, and he just was like, here she go, because he already knew it was finna start. So I thought about it, and I was just like, why did you just put my money on the counter? And she said, excuse me? I said, why did you just put my money on the counter? So the other cashier who was working to the back of her heard what was going on, and she said, well, you know how there's this old wives' tale that it's bad luck to put money in people's hands? I said, no, but she just put the lady in front of me money in her hands. So they both standing there kind of looking stupid as she's still continuing my transaction and bagging my stuff up. So the cashier that I had proceeds to come from behind the register and try to hand me my bag. No. Because, bitch, now, because I called you out, you want to hand me something in my hand, but you didn't want to hand me my money in my hand, though, right? Again, shit like that, you got to call out, because when you don't, they continue to think it's okay. And one of the most annoying things that I witness black people do, especially in the work environment, where someone who is white or of a different nationality or of a different culture, period, they will allow them to get away and say certain shit that I'm like, no, shut that shit down. For another example, like at work, one of the housekeeping directors, who is white, she said, she was like talking to a group of black girls. They were like all STNAs, and I was standing there, and she was like, yeah, something, because you guys don't like light-skinned black men, right? Who the fuck dumbass told you that? So the dumbass that told her that was standing right there, and she's like, oh yeah, I did tell you that. Bitch, you don't speak for everybody black. Like, quit telling shit to these white people and people of different nationalities that is stereotypical for black people. Like, you specifically don't like light-skinned men, and if you don't have to say that to them, because when you say stuff like that to them, they take it as general. They take it as they hate their own people, where it don't have nothing to do with that. It strictly is someone's opinion of what they like and what they do not like physically. That's it. So again, this is just a quick video to talk about how we can deconstruct racism by just stopping that shit in its tracks Anytime someone says something that you have that thought in your mind where you feel like it made you feel uncomfortable, address it immediately, and have no quarrels in your own mind about what you just did. Be confident, because if something doesn't make me feel good, I'm not tolerating it, period. I do that in my relationships. I do that in my life, period. So why would I not do it in the workplace? Why would I not do it because it involves someone other than a race that is not of my own? I don't care who it is. I'm shutting it down. So that's my message for this morning. Have a blessed day, kings and queens. All right.